I think that other colleagues already mentioned that we are really in the very historical momentum at the moment. Once in a lifetime, really, we can make the change, and I believe that all of you want to be part of that game. I really believe that especially the European Union has to play a role, as we just know that the EU presidency just happened in Latvia in 2015, and we just heard that there are many other urgent events happening in that time. I think that we really have the responsibility as a European Union to take this very important role. And why we really, as an EU, we should be involved. Of course, we still are the biggest donor of the official development assistance at the moment. I think this is really our responsibility. EU is one of the global big traders at the moment. We used to be really the role model for working against on the climate change. So exactly the expectations towards the European Union are quite large at the moment, and I think that we have to take this seriously. I think we have started to talk about this, that this is not the southern issue or just some kind of side order. It's really ourselves to really take care about the planetary boundaries and really trying to get rid of the poverty in the world. Just quickly, for you, what the European Union is doing at the moment, of course, we have a lot of expertise and a key person next to me here sitting in the panel, but I think that the EU really has taken quite seriously its role so far. And it's not anymore just in the hands of Mr. Piebalgs, it's also in the hands of the environmental sector in European Union. We have the EU communication on a decent life for all, ending the poverty and giving the world a sustainable future, which we are really proud, also from the civil society point of view, that finally it has understood a little bit in the larger context what we should do. It's not as a development topic as such, it's a joint exercise what we have to work together. Also, we really see that it's the business of the Foreign Affairs Council, Environmental Council, General Affairs Council, European Council to talk about the world in post-2015. And this is what we are encouraging, that it's really taking as a holistic point to work together. Of course, from the research point of view, the European Report on Development 2013 is a good example that we are trying to use the resources in Europe to think about what the future will be, and hopefully we'll really get new ideas also on the future, how we should work on. But definitely there are still some challenges. We are not really ready and giving some kind of toolbox how to move on. I think that one of the big challenges still is that are the all policies of the European Union really coherently towards development? Are we undermining on the way and the politics of trade, for example, or agriculture or fisheries, the work what we're trying to do under the development? I think we still have a lot of things to be done on that. I think that we have to really think about how is the EU reforming its own structures to work on the genuinely sustainable development. Again, we have the very good steps to go on, but still we need to work much more in the practical level, in the policy level, that we can really have a powerful system to work on. Are the poorest and the more marginalized people the beneficiaries? And I think I really would like to put this also on the level that how we're working here in Europe, but definitely how we're working out of Europe in the global level. Are they also participating in the creation and implementation of the way framework? That's very true that perhaps first time ever the United Nations process has been so open how it has been so far. And we are really encouraging that we will follow about this very open process so that everyone have a chance to participate in these processes, because that is the only guarantee that also after the 2015 we really have the ownership as well, if we hopefully will have these universal goals, and we really need everyone to take part of this process. Yes, now I'm jumping more on what we have done or what we think as a European civil society. Of course, CONCORD Europe is really one of those who has been really taking very seriously together its partners in the other continents, so we are not really doing that just in the bubble, but we are working together with the colleagues in Africa, Asia, Latin America, etc. But one of the points from our side is really that development, the post-2015, it's not just about development. Of course, it's really part of that game, but as the previous speakers mentioned, we are really doing the agenda for all now. And it's not just about helping Africa or helping the poor people in different parts of the world, but we have to really keep on the well-being, really the place where everybody can really have a sustainable and decent life is the point. But I'm really underlining now that business as usual, it's not an option from my point of view. I think that definitely we have a lot of good tools already now on the agenda, but somehow we need to make some kind of mindset. We need to really think about that we are now in the global world. We are not anymore on the north or the south or the east of the west, but we are really in the same boat, and we really have to find the ways how we can fight against on the poverty, really end the poverty, which is one of the channels, but I think that all of us agree on that. From our point of view, there are a couple of keywords what we really would like to see to use as enablers. One of those is the policy coherence for development, meaning that when we are working on the other sectors, like trade, for example, it's not undermining the work that we are trying to do under the development. It's really crucial. Another one is the financing. It's always difficult to talk about the money. I think the money is the tool to achieve the goals what we would like to achieve. It's really like the motor. And we have to see that also a little bit from the different point of view. It's not anymore just the money coming from the rich countries' budget. Of course, that is really the important catalyst. But we need everybody's resources. The domestic resources in each of the countries, the resources coming from the human beings who really would like to see that we can jointly work together towards on the same priorities. I think that's very important. And one of the key momentums is that the Commission is preparing for the communication of financing for development coming out in July. That's what I'm assuming. And I think that this is one of the chance for us to use also seeing that from the larger point of view, not just from the official development assistance point of view, like it used to be before. We definitely need the critical success factors. Commissioner Wiborg was also mentioning about this equality, well-being, participation. These are the keywords which we believe that are the heart of the continent. We have to really start the thinking from that point of view, including the good governance, because without the good governance, these previous words are not going to be happen. So we have to really have the basis how it's working very well. But I think we also need the strong European Union, which is fighting for that. And I really would like to see the European Union as a flagship to promoting these topics in the coming September meeting in New York and all of this big, very important meetings coming very soon. Just to conclude the vision, what we would like to see as a civil society, the goal must be a just, equitable, sustainable world in which every person can realize their human rights, fulfill their potential, and live free from poverty. This is the slogan what we have made as a part of the Beyond 2015 campaign, where all the civil society organizations are involved, and my colleague Hanna is going to explain you a little bit more on that. But I think that we have to really challenge ourselves. We believe that the current system in the world where we are living, it's not the right one. I think that we really have to step for a while and really think about how we can really change it. This some kind of current world order which is mainly based on the growth-based system. I think that we really have to start from these words, how we can really give this chance for everyone to live respected life in the world.